Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our preview of the 2014 Belmont Stakes right now with David Schwab, contributing writer for SBR Forum. And we just got finished analyzing the favorites and the long shots. Now we're going to give our final picks and my favorite way to bet these races, matchup props. David, thanks for being back with us.
Okay, great to be back, Peter.
All right, so first let's discuss matchup props. Now, we both kind of agree that California Chrome might be we might have a Triple Crown winner here. So I'm not exactly sure I'd necessarily want to bet on or against California Chrome. But let's wait for a little bit for that. Let's take a look at some matchup props we might want to bet on. We both kind of agreed that Commissioner and especially Wicked Strong might be decent long shots that might have good value here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think my only maybe concern with Commissioner is a little bit of a lack of experience, but
right,
definitely he's definitely going to get some great value. But Wicked Strong, you definitely got to look at him if he's going to get the value in his matchup odds against maybe some of the other horses in this field.
Right. Wicked Strong was fourth in the Derby, and we know that horses that run in the Derby tend to have an advantage at the Belmont. And you talk about the lack of experience with Commissioner, and that's legitimate, but that's also why you're getting plus 3,000 for Commissioner to win the Derby in his futures odds right now. And so presumably he'll have some good value on matchups as well.
Sure, definitely.
Okay.
That's actually where you want to look for when you are betting matchups.
All right. So if you want to bet matchups, you have to look for horses to fade, and I've identified three here that I think might have some value in terms of fading. For one reason or another. The first one is Samrat, and that's, Samrat is a gritty horse. They got a lot to recommend him, but he looks like the kind of horse that where extra distance hurts him. It tends to hurt him in his previous races, the longer races. He sort of looked like he couldn't handle the distance quite as well as you'd like to. So I'm thinking that Samrat might be at a disadvantage in the Belmont, and we'd look to fade him. What do you think?
Yeah, I was real high on him heading into the Derby.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had him as my second, maybe even a third choice.
Sure.
But he's in this kind of race, I would definitely fade him. He's a speed horse. He's gonna probably break out at the front, and that extra quarter mile, I just can't see him hanging in the pack. He finished fifth in the Derby, and now we're adding another quarter mile to the race.
Right.
Definitely, if you can get up favorable odds against him. He would definitely be on my fade list.
All right, and then the second one I'm thinking about maybe in matchup props, fading in matchup props against other long shots is Ride on Curlin. Ride on Curlin is going to have probably be a favorite in a bunch of matchup props, and Ride on Curlin again just looks like he's a horse that peaked in the Preakness, and his workouts have not been very good. Since then, his trainers expected a little bit better, been a little bit disappointed. This is, he ran in the Derby, ran in the Preakness, and I think that he's looking a little Triple Crown weary and might be a good fade as a favorite in matchup props.
Yeah, I'm still on his bandwagon a little bit.
Okay.
Peter. So I'm not. I think I got to look in a little bit deeper. I have him. I like him in my mix in my top three. I don't really know where yet, but I still, something about that horse. I think the way he almost chased down California Chrome in the Preakness kind of impressed me. I was not impressed with his Derby run. He's maybe not looking as good as. I don't know how much weight I want to put on that yet, as far as the workouts that he's been doing at Belmont. So he's my kind of wait and see category. I want to see. I'd have to analyze the odds if it was a. Kind of one of the maybe longer shots that we talked about.
Right.
Had some really good odds against him. I might go against him, but right now I'm not off that horse yet.
All right. Well, those are my thoughts on possible value with matchup props. Before we get to our actual picks for the race, is there anything that you want to add in terms of a horse you think might have value on or against in matchup props?
Just an interesting going through reading some of the facts and figures. There's a lot of different things that you read about with once you're looking at all three races.
Mm-hmm.
But since 2000, half the winners of the Belmont have run in the Derby
mm-hmm.
and skipped the Preakness. And if you go through the field, I made notes, and I got 4 horses that are in the field that ran the Derby and skipped the Preakness. One would be Commanding Curve. Second place, yeah, he finished second in the Derby. So that's an interesting horse to me, and I don't know where his odds are going to pan out, but that's one that you might want to keep in the back of your mind as far as either in your maybe you look at exacta or trifectas or possibly matchups as well, depending on maybe a Commanding Curve over Ride on Curlin if Ride on Curlin odds are better. And the other 3 horses were Wicked Strong, which we already talked about, Metal Count, and Samrat. So out of those 4, Commanding Curve could be one to watch as far as if you can get some good odds in a matchup.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Commanding Curve. My only concern with him is just that I'm thinking maybe he might have peaked in the Derby a little bit, and his run style is more of a rallying type, which is not good for a mile and a half. But definitely, a second place finish in the Kentucky Derby is very impressive. All right, now let's just get to our picks from the race. For the race, David Schwab, how are you looking to bet this race, and who's your pick for the winner?
Well, I'm not going to go against California Chrome. I made that mistake in the Kentucky Derby.
Right.
I actually had the 1-2 finish in the Preakness with California Chrome and Ride on Curlin. So, and I want to say now I'm full on his bandwagon. So, not just because I think if I just took this race individually and not even put all the added weight and pressure of a Triple Crown run, I think he's the best horse, by far in this field heading into Saturday's race. So I'm going to go with the favorite, but I'm going to also look at, as I mentioned, Commanding Curve. I like him in the mix, as well as General A-Rod in a possible, maybe trifecta exacta mix just to kind of get some better odds.
All right, yeah, well, I made the mistake going against California Chrome in the Derby. I did not make that mistake in the Preakness, but I think I am going to make that mistake again here for the Belmont. I do think he should be the favorite for sure, and I think we might see a Triple Crown winner, but he's plus 115 right now at 5 dimes, and my 2 picks are going to be Wicked Strong at plus 800, 8-1, and Commissioner at plus 3,000, 30-1. What do you think about that, David Schwab?
Yeah, definitely Wicked Strong. I think he's being hyped as a horse that can pull off the upset.
Okay, thanks so much for your thoughts, David Schwab.